Hey, David Brewster here with New Brewster's Millions of Rants, and this is the I Murder workout. And I've had some requests to feature more picking exercises, arpeggio exercises. I've also had requests to feature some of my music or ideas. I've also had requests to feature music from my new album Nilbog, which is coming out on my birthday this year. It's August 9th of this year. But I'm really excited about my new album. I'm definitely very inspired, and I've been listening to this music, kind of mixing and mastering everything. And I thought I would share this because it's definitely a brutal, arpeggio picking based workout. It's kind of intervallic, the way it kind of moves around the fretboard. So if you've been asking for some of my ideas or some of my music, or asking for arpeggio, based picking exercises, this lesson's totally for you. So my new album is called Nilbog, which is goblin spelled backwards, and definitely it's a tribute to the legendary prog rock band Goblin from Italy. And they scored tons of movies and television shows, horror films and thrillers and police dramas and stuff like that. Definitely, I'm a huge Goblin fan, and my new album is definitely an instrumental tribute to that band. And the song I Murder is referencing Italian horror or giallo films. And basically in those films, they're constantly doing things to people's eyes. They're ripping them out or stabbing them, or they're bleeding out of the eyes or something, demon eyes or whatever. So that's what the title is referencing. And now we're going to break this song down. So get ready, because this is definitely a very challenging but beneficial workout. So here we go. Alright, so the riff to this song from I Murder is actually a variation of a song I wrote over 20 years ago. So it's kind of a reworked version of something I wrote a long time ago. But it basically starts in G minor 7, in this position. And as I start moving through this, you're going to see we're actually going to take what we play there in G, or G minor, and then move down in minor third. So it's going to go from G minor to E minor, and then it's going to kind of move back and forth between those two keys. Then eventually it moves from E minor to D flat minor, moves between those two keys, then D flat minor to B flat minor, moves between those two, and then it starts creeping its way back up between D flat and E, and then eventually G and E, and then it ends up on G at the end. So the initial motif here, I'm going to play in G minor or G minor 7, and it's like this. One cycle through that in G, and then right there it moves to E and does the same thing down here. And then right there it goes back to G minor again. So let's break that down, because that's the motif, and that's actually repeated through the entire song, but in different keys, like I was saying earlier. So in G minor up here we're doing this. So it's the root, the fifth, and that minor third up on top. And then after you play the minor third on top, you play the minor third on bottom right there. So it's like the first half right there. One more time. And then start everything the same. Last time you got a little different ending there. It kind of moves between that minor third and fifth right there, and then that's the pattern of the motif. One more time there, real slow. As you'll find, that's actually a really big challenge, because it's intervallic and your picking hand is kind of jumping around the strings to catch those notes. And it's also a good, kind of wake up the hand, warm up or exercise. But that's the first, part of the motif right there. And we take that and move it down in E minor and do the same thing right there. Then right there it goes back to G minor, and repeat that again. Then back to E minor. right there, move to D flat minor and do it again. Then right there, go back to E minor. Right there, go back to D flat minor. Then right there, move to B flat minor right there. Then back to D flat minor. Something like that. I kind of condensed it down a little bit just to kind of walk through it. But as you can see, we're just moving. We're just moving that idea in minor thirds, right? Which kind of creates this unsettled, kind of mysterious sound. And I just liked it. Like once I started kind of playing with that riff, it was like, yeah, that actually sounds kind of cool. All right, now to give you an earful of the song and the complete performance of this, guitar part. Here's a complete performance of the song, I Murder. that's going to wrap this episode of Brewster's Millions of Rants with the I Murder workout. And as you can see when I played through it, that's actually a really brutal guitar part. You know, that riff or whatever actually started as an exercise. And then when I started putting this, project together, I thought, hey, what about that little intervallic thing? And then it eventually turned into this song. And initially I just kind of did it, like in separate positions. But then when I was putting the song together, that's when I locked into that minor third kind of shift. And I like the way it kind of changed and morphed into different keys. And it started in G, shifted all the way down to B flat, and then it returns to G eventually. And I just kind of like the way it started, and then the way it kind of unfolded, and the way it wrapped up. So no guitar solo, no crazy shredding or anything, but a moody, kind of interesting song. And definitely a big picking workout and fretting workout, kind of syncing the hands up together. And I like working on stuff like that for sure. And plus, I got to use my 19-year-old iPod, which I haven't really used this in a long time. But anyway, I just want to kind of share this episode and hopefully hit, multiple birds with one stone, I guess you could say. With the original requests, picking exercises, arpeggio exercises, and then just curiosity about my new project, too. So anyway, leave some feedback and comments. Please subscribe to Night Lessons, and I'll be back before you know it with more content and material. Thank you.